rehearsing to us.
We're live.
But live. What?
But live.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We're live and we're quiet.
What is this?
As we wait patiently for the other parts of this operation to come together. Hi everybody that we promised that we'd be live for at 9 o'clock. It's 20 minutes after.
That's my fault.
We get later and later.
Yeah, we were actually shooting the shit with Mrs. Ice, so that kind of like derailed us for a bit. Not to say it's a bad thing.
No,
Hello, Mrs. Ice, who's definitely not watching this or listening.
She's
to this at any
catching up on the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. It's good to have the best car back with the people who
You
deserving of the best car.
Completely butchered it. I have spoken. That you could have said that.
No, I can't do that. I can't do a good Nick Nolte.
He's pretty good in it.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So what's up, guys?
What's up?
My track.
Mild trepidation. What the little hell is going on?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You guys always hate on my tracks.
They're just not good tracks.
What's wrong with it? You guys were complaining. You want some more current, right?
I never said
I don't
that.
think
I never said that.
Those words, that sentiment, never uttered on this show. We were just so put off by the one theme that seemed to be permeating every selection.
JT?
Yes.
Well,
I mean, variety for the sake of variety's sake. I mean, I guess
well,
you're making improvements.
I wanted something current, but then I thought this was... I hate that I have to explain the track at the start of every show, but...
Not good when you have to explain yourself.
The bit continues.
So, Roddy Ricch has a distaste for the cops, right?
I don't know who Roddy Ricch is.
And everyone's always after his money.
I should just listen to the explanation and then render my judgments.
Yeah,
Say
sorry.
again.
He's always he's hating on the cops, always after him, and everyone's always after his money and all this stuff. So, I don't know. With the stories this week, I'm sick of the cops and people always after my money too. So. I know it was a reach.
Did you know this was coming? Because I had no idea this was coming.
No idea.
I guess it's ICE versus the police and
I'm Roddy Ricch.
large Japanese
I'm Roddy
corporation.
Ricch. Okay. All right.
All right.
I
Shout
like
out
that.
to Roddy Ricch, whoever the hell Roddy Ricch is.
Shout out to Roddy Ricch.
Fair enough. I guess the
So
show
how
is
are
titled.
you guys doing?
Good, man.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
On my
Could be
second
worse.
Red Bull here.
Oh boy.
Second?
I'm gonna drink the second one.
You're kidding me. Did he finish one?
Yeah,
He did.
I did.
I legitimately asked him before the show, actually a couple hours before the show, I was like, hey, beer, liquor, or energy drinks? And then he just quickly responded tersely, liquor and energy drinks, thank you, please and thank you.
Correct
Yeah.
answer is all of the above.
No beer.
No beer.
Not today.
Wow.
We can make that happen too, but I think his intentions for the night are clear and transparent, so.
He's good. You should have Ubered here. You should have done what I've done.
Nah, get my wife to drop me off.
Get dropped off.
Get dropped off.
I'm
Yeah.
working from home tomorrow. I can drive your car home to you if need be.
It's fine. It's fine. No worries. I
You have
got
to work tomorrow?
The offer's
Yeah, I gotta
up.
go to work.
No.
That's
So he will need his vehicle.
I will need my vehicle tomorrow. So yeah, no big deal.
You got 2 cars, you're fine.
Nah, that's not gonna work, man.
Oh,
You gotta
damn.
drop kids off. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
That's not a euphemism for taking a shit, right?
Nah.
Okay, let's check. Want to make sure.
It's been a long day for me that I couldn't even like just fathom the idea of driving here. I was just like I was
He
going.
can't be bothered.
I was
Not
like I couldn't put,
he's unbothered.
I couldn't put just the idea of me getting behind the wheel tonight. I'm just so like mentally disturbed right now that I'm just
Isolate
going to,
that.
I'm gonna be escorted here one way or another.
Isolate that.
Stop it! No.
He's
No.
steadily just knocking off like base tasks and activities from his daily record. Like, can't be bothered to drive anymore.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be in the city where you can just like ride a scooter everywhere. I would have ridden a scooter here if that was an option, right?
Yeah, that's probably not. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if it was an option, for sure.
He's devoted.
Well, let's get
You're not stable, but you're definitely devoted.
Ah!
Live from Eddie's room inside the Badslant Studios in Fairfax, Virginia. It's the Badslant Podcast. Who knew? Waving to the folks on YouTube?
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
Hi.
That's just Jack saying hi to you on YouTube. I'm the moderator, #moderator, saying hello to you as well. He's the Iceman. I think he's on camera.
What up?
Is it on half his face?
It's half. It's a little half ice. It's fine.
It's only been a year.
Yeah. Right.
We'll get it right eventually.
Yeah.
You can find us on badslant.com. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. All right. To the folks within the sound of my voice, we're like within earshot of 100 followers on Instagram. So I'm not gonna like count our chickens or try to like push anything on Twitter or anything, but you know, get us to over 100 on Instagram, and
Yes.
I think it'll be very fruitful
Yes.
first quarter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fruitful 2020. Or first quarter 2020 if we can get there. So it's a very pitiful low bar we're trying to set, but we appreciate all the same. Whatever you do, follow us, listen to us, or subscribe to us rather on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Pandora. Did I say Castbox? I don't know.
Yeah, now you
Castbox,
did.
Stitcher. Yeah, we're
There you go.
subscribe to us. Leave us a 5-star review. We will appreciate it. All the same, it's a big deal. We have. I was going to say lofty goals. These are not lofty goals. These are very low-level goals. But
What they call it's low-hanging fruit.
Yep, that's for sure.
yes, we have a vitamin C deficiency for a 5-star review. So please leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to this show. And as always, support the show by shopping through the links. Badslant.com/support. You can get all your Amazon, Target, and Walmart shopping done through our links. Our item of the week is I don't know if we've highlighted this previously.
Maybe.
It bears repeating. It's the Amazon Fire Stick TV. Actually, I will say this. We're highlighting the Fire Stick 4K this week, which you can get on Amazon for $49.99. But there's also a coupon code.
Nice.
It's 4K Fire TV is the promo code to get that knocked down 50%. I don't even think we had any inkling that was an offer that was available.
No, I didn't know it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I just said, hey, I want to use this. I use it at home. Now it's my home entertainment hub. Instead of an Apple TV, I use this. Yes, it's great.
It is the hub.
It is my hub. Before it was a PS4. Now it's this.
Is a stick powerful enough to run
Yes.
as a central hub?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, it's got all the apps that you need. I've got Netflix, Hulu, Plex. I got Disney Plus on there, and then you have Amazon Prime's collection of videos. So
That's good to hear.
yeah, it's,
But powerful,
yeah,
as they say.
it's
Yeah, so I think you threw it out there
Yeah.
You just threw it out there on a lark, but
Yep.
then a few clicks on the keyboard and
Of
figured
course.
it all out.
Of course, AJ's gonna find a deal.
I've been accused of being a skinflint as recently as this week, but you know what?
but you are. There's no accusation. It is the truth.
But now it's to the benefit of the listening audience.
Well, hopefully someone
you
takes it
benefit
up.
from
Yeah.
my skinflintery.
Yeah,
So
When
you're
are we gonna do that episode? We need that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Where we can just break down.
The
Skin-
the
You're gonna break
level,
me down.
the levels,
Break me down.
because there are levels to this game.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's
It's like
do it.
Kramer's apartment. There are levels.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'll also mention. So we're highlighting the Amazon Fire Stick 4K this week, but we have the links to the items we highlighted last week.
Yep, the Google
Available.
Nest.
The Google Nest, the Jason Mark Premier Cleaning Kit
Yep.
for your sneaks.
So they're all up there.
All of it. Buy all those things and clean your Fire Stick with the Jason Mark kit. Then make sure your connection's clear with the Nest thing. So
Ooh, I got another product, but I just didn't have time to test it this week. So probably next.
save it for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Trust me. There's levels to this, evidently.
Mm.
A lot to get to this week. A lot of levels to get to. Just a quick rundown. We had some happenings in the world of entertainment and the Hollywood scene that we're going to get to. Perhaps the reemergence of a a noted raconteur in Bayside High.
Go Tigers!
Yes. Talk about that. A certain lead singer from 30 Seconds to Mars pretending to be a living vampire. And the return of one, a notorious one, I would say.
B.I.G.?
That would take...
Shout out to him. He got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's
Really?
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Wasn't even something I was going to talk
No.
about, but big deal. But a different notorious one, I will say. I think he uses... this notorious one uses that notorious one's music for his entrance.
Well,
I'm confused.
I got
I
it.
am so...
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
So
We'll
off base.
we'll catch you up to speed. We'll bring you up to speed.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. And we got some personal beefs with large corporate entities, evidently. So we're going to air it all out.
Hopefully we get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. All right.
We're going to breeze through
Let's
a couple
hope.
of these.
I kind of downloaded this blind, so let's hope this is the right track. I didn't even listen to it, so. let's
Perfect.
That's always good to know that
Yes!
the man responsible for our music and things.
I don't
you
think
go.
I'll ever make it.
So I mentioned it briefly. I guess we're all returning to Bayside High thanks to the folks at the NBC Universal Network. They're grasping at straws. They are. I feel like they're the last to the game right now in like the streaming wars. But NBC is launching the Peacock streaming service in the next 6 months. I would think.
I think so.
I think
yeah.
second quarter.
Wasn't there a big announcement or a commercial or something about the Peacock
It
Network?
was something this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it's second quarter 2020, but they're trying to make a big splash. Number one, they have a free streaming tier, which is actually huge. I don't think any other service has a
Do
free.
you have any of the details on that?
That's the only detail I have. Is that
I did see that too.
there's levels to this. So they have a free streaming tier to the Peacock service. But they're trying to make a splash in their offerings in that they consolidating all the properties that they own. I think they're pulling back The Office, which made a huge kerfuffle with.
That's big for me.
Yeah. Are you still watching The Office?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's just something I put on in the background or in the foreground, so both grounds.
Okay. Yeah. So your grounds are covered.
Correct.
So they roped that back in, and the folks that have Netflix were distraught, but you can watch it for free on this service.
It is, yeah, for free, and then you can
With
easily
ads,
upgrade.
right?
Yeah, you can easily upgrade to a premium plan for $5 a month.
So drop in the bucket.
Yeah. So, but they also have Parks and Rec.
I bet. Okay, so you're for me, the Parks and Rec is The Office to you.
Yeah,
You watch both.
I enjoy both.
Yes, very much so.
Please and thank you.
Yes. Ron Swanson.
I have to ask you guys.
What?
So,
If you ask me why we watch Parks and Rec, I'm going to pull your plug right
No.
out of the board.
I love that. I love that show.
Very good.
But that's weird, man. I will
Beautiful
confirm.
analysis.
I will confirm that the Peacock will have an option to be free with ads.
Mm-hmm.
But you can access, according to this article, you can access all content
Yep.
with just ads.
Yeah.
So, with that being an option, how many people will actually pay? I want to know because right now, like,
Not me. I think that's very clear. Not AJ.
I don't know, man.
because I mean,
Because Hulu had
Hulu
ads.
for the longest time, their subscription service included ads, and you pay for it.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay
That's
extra.
ridiculous, by the way.
And you
Yeah,
have
it
to
was
pay
complete.
extra to get rid of the ads. So if Peacock has an option to stream all their content with free with ads, I don't think they're gonna get anyone to pay money. I mean, probably a small fraction of people.
But their
But-
ad revenue is going to go through the roof.
Yeah, so they do get ad revenue.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's all they care about. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, you're either getting it through subscribers or you're getting it through ads. And honestly, if you're a streaming service, it doesn't matter where the money's coming from, as long as you're getting it.
That's crazy. But to have all the content
Just
Yeah.
on there.
Not
Yeah.
to mention, they own the content, so
Yeah.
that's for free. They're just paying for the platform and
Nice.
just making it available. That's
Well,
all. So
I'm pretty excited now. So now I get another option for free.
yeah, so you're more excited about this, or you're more excited about the fact that we're going back to Saved by the Bell for
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4 times now? Is this the 4th iteration of
So they
Saved by the
had
Bell?
Saved by the Bell. They had the college years.
Yep.
So, Saved
And
by
then they
Bell
had the
Prime,
wedding.
The wedding.
Yeah.
Does that count as its own thing?
It was like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was.
They went to Vegas.
Then they had a new
There
class.
was a
right?
reboot, the new class.
Yeah. No, the new class. There
Saved
you
by
go.
the Bell, the new class.
What? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Google it now. What we discussed in television.
Feverishly Googling.
And does it count that they had Saved by the Bell before, like with like partial cast in that early years,
Miss Bliss.
right?
Yes.
Does that count as like a different iteration of Saved by the Bell?
I think it's canon, but I honestly
Canon. It's like its own universe.
I can't
Holy smokes.
I can't confirm because it was just Zack in that iteration of the show.
I think that was it, right?
And then it was a clean break. He left Indiana, and then suddenly he was in California. Like, it didn't make any sense. There was no explanation as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
But now we're going from Miss Bliss, Indiana, Zack Morris, to Bayside, California, Zack Morris, to now Governor of California, Zack Morris.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about this.
It's the wokest premise I've ever seen in my entire life.
Can you just give a brief...
It's a synopsis. So he is the governor of California. So it's Zack Morris is the governor, and he has controversially closed underperforming schools, and now these kids have to be bused to high-performing schools like Bayside.
Okay.
So, and then shenanigans begin.
Then hijinks ensue.
Yeah, we'll.
Were you there for the pitch of the show?
No, I just read that. Like, it just sounds good
like
if I said it.
Like a strong pitch.
Jack was there at the upfront.
That's the elevator pitch, bro. That's the elevator pitch.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
The 30 second
And then, you know, like the Anglo-Saxon or Latino kid who's going to break the fourth wall, that's your seller right there. And it's going to be a female. I don't know. Actually,
Is there a female Zack Morris?
Josie. Yeah, Josie Tota. I don't know who that is. She will be the lead role of Lexi, a popular and sharp-tongued cheerleader.
Of course she is.
Yeah. So yeah.
So
is the word Spitfire listed anywhere in her character description? I just want to know.
No, just sharp-tongued.
Just want to make sure.
So is this going to be like the Saved by the Bell, but with the new cast, like another new class?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
They're building.
But with
There's
the old
levels.
cast as
So
faculty, maybe.
Yes. So Mario Lopez and
Confirmed.
Let me guess. I didn't read anything. Is he
Okay.
a PE teacher?
Probably. I don't know. They haven't given the premise of like what their characters are gonna be. Yeah. They just know that Mario Lopez is involved.
Wait there.
Go ahead.
Who else do you think is back involved in this reboot?
Well, I'm gonna guess if they're gonna reboot this series.
We shouldn't say reboot. It's a relaunch because they're using the established characters from
Again,
the era
canon.
that we remember. Canon, precisely. Yes.
Again, I know nothing. I read nothing.
The Saved by the Bell
preparation,
CU,
huh?
yes.
The only people I know for sure is Zach and Slater, right?
Okay. Yep.
Yes. I'll give you.
Screech has to be in there.
There's no chance.
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed.
No, he has to be in there. Kelly Kapowski has to be
No, it's
there.
confirmed.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Jessie, obviously, right?
She's been confirmed.
She's such a. I mean,
Yep.
she's doing nothing these
I
days.
gave him 2 guesses. He launched 3.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
I mean, I like you want to say Lisa Turtle, but
Oh yeah.
But-
She's not involved.
but
not confirmed.
but
Damn it.
I don't think she played that huge of a part. But I think just because of
Not until Zach tried to hit it.
Or when she sprained her ankle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They had the dance
Doing the
contest.
dance? Oh, yeah.
Dude, what was it called? The hop.
What a bunch of losers.
Damn it! What was it called?
I think it was the hop.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Called it.
I can
But-
feverishly Google and make
Nah,
sure.
that's fine.
But I just given the whole like the times that we're in, I think it would be a mistake to not put Lisa Turtle in. Like I think people would.
You think the show can't get any more woke without Lisa Turtle?
No, you need to bring back
Jesus
Lisa Turtle. Come on.
Screeches are definitely a no.
What? I mean, I know he's like,
He's a freak.
He's scorched earth, man.
I
You
know.
don't
Yeah.
understand
But
what's happened in the time
he
since.
was a huge part of the
Exactly,
show.
but he did that.
He was fodder.
He did that behind the music thing, and that was all on him. That was based off his like, he was like the producer or something on it. So no, man, it was like that VH1 or
Hundreds.
Somehow Belding would do it for free. So
He
he needs jobs. He
Yeah.
needs gigs. So
Yeah, he needs
he'll
gigs.
probably like.
He's like, I'll do it for free.
I'll do a minimum wage, man.
Yeah.
Come on, just get me on there.
I'll just do it like just a
He's
standard
probably-
fee.
He has to be like an old faculty member at Bayside, right?
I mean,
Has to be.
he was already the old faculty member from the original series, man.
That's true.
Come on, man.
Someone didn't look at a place there.
Like Fat Belt. Oh yeah, he was in the new class, right? He was still the principal in the new class. No,
Speech-
nobody.
speech
No,
marks?
Belding.
No, Belding.
Mr. Belding.
Sorry, I was feverishly Googling, so I had no idea.
But I feel like
I see. I guess.
everyone has to be back. It sounds like except for Lisa Turtle and Screech, right?
I guess.
Screech
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah.
Powers.
Yo, the new class ran from 93 to 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belding was there.
Yeah. See, fat Belding.
Fat Belding. That's.
He's fat shaming.
Yeah, no, man.
Oh my god. So
But I'm excited. I
you're
think.
intrigued, are you?
Yeah. I mean, I watched the college years. I watched a little bit of the new class, and then I was like, no, new class doesn't do it for me, so I stopped.
The new class doesn't do it for you.
Name
Of course
the dan-
not.
The name of the dance is the spraying,
Yeah.
Spray.
not the hop.
Not the hop.
Dang it.
So sorry.
Remember the band, Zach's band?
The Zack Attack?
Yeah.
So not derivative at all. Yeah, I'm dubious for this.
With
It's-
Casey Kasem.
Shout out to Casey Kasem and his corpse.
Remember our
RTC.
first episode? Was that our first episode that we had the Casey Kasem thing?
No, it was
Later.
It was after we had to put Eddie down. And
Oh yeah, that was
I
much
needed
later.
I needed a downshift out of the dead. I mean, you want to play that, by all means, but that Casey Kasem bit will live in my memory for all time. Like,
Yeah.
he was like America's DJ, and he just like a facade. Like you never knew that.
That's
was
true.
Simmering below the surface. Like,
Yeah.
God, he must have been a nightmare to work with.
Yeah.
Of course. Anyway, we completely gone off track, but I'm dubious of this entire premise.
Yeah. We'll
Is
see
it
how it goes.
This year, is there a date?
I mean, I would think they would have timed it so that it coincided with the launch.
You would need some big like headliner to like pull people
Yeah. You can't just rely on the Dwight Schrutes of the world to carry your.
Oh,
your
it is
streaming
free.
service.
April
I think-
2020.
Oh,
April this year.
shit.
April this year,
in.
yeah.
I mean, they've been working on this for a while. Man.
Yeah.
Yes, they only have 4 characters, but they've been cracking at it for the longest. Yes, I can't wait. But now,
Well, technically, if it's like a weekly episodic type of series, then they can do it as
They can
the-
stretch it out
yeah.
as far as they can.
As long as they have like the first 3 episodes done before launch, it should be fine.
Yeah, it should be good.
and hold it off week.
Well, they're shooting now. They're shooting now. Mario Lopez is sharing like footage on IG. He's like, yeah,
No.
what's up? Yeah, swear to God, that's what he's.
Are they?
That's a
in
quick follow.
Are they in their same outfits? Like.
I think I see some
Lot of
footage
stripes.
from the
Yeah.
Max.
Lot of
Yeah,
acid wash.
there's
Oh, the
footage from the
Max.
Max. Yeah.
The Max. I clicked on the Max.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, he's.
Get it together.
Yeah, relax, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it in your pants,
It's
man.
just the Max.
They're gonna do some.
Is Max back?
They need to do some drug-related episode, right? Because
It's gotta be
so
har-
iconic.
It's got to be harsher drugs. It's going to be, what is it? Marijuana this time? No, they did a marijuana one.
They did one.
Gotta
They
be
did.
meth.
Yeah.
Crystal meth.
Oh my god.
Nah.
Can you imagine they find a student doing ice? Like, oh my god, not this ice, a completely different type of ice. Like, they get arrested by Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like, that would just be like a crossover event for all eternity.
I'm trying to think of a
Is
drug.
Is
that-
Dog on NBC?
No, he just hunts for people on ice. That's what he does.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long flowing locks, just locking down people with chattering their teeth.
He's the worst.
He's awful. Going through a tough time. So shout out to.
Shout out to Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Shout out to the guy who just dropped his microphone and headphones
I
and went to
don't-
the pisser. Are you kidding me?
I don't know what's going on.
Squirrel bladder ice just decided now was a good time.
I would have thought he would have evacuated this.
He did before the show started!
Well, then he broke the seal.
He might need to go get an exam from a urologist, I would think, because we're only, 10, 15 minutes into the show?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, fair enough. God. It's not like he's done other things, like poured a glass
I
of
don't
liquor.
know what's happening. He poured a massive amount of vodka in the. Well, because he's not driving.
It was like a fifth of,
Yeah.
of vodka.
Vodka.
A carafe,
Yeah.
if you will, of
carafe.
vodka. Oh, wow.
It's
I'm
mind-boggling.
at a loss.
It's mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling.
I don't know what's happening
we
right
should
now.
just plow through the Mobius, or the Morbius discussion.
The Morbius discussion. Yes.
Sorry,
just-
guys.
What?
What the
What
hell?
was that, dude?
It came out of nowhere.
Of course.
I had too much liquid today.
Did you leak on the floor? Like, I'm concerned. Like, I
was fighting it.
I told Jack that you may need to go seek the consult of a urologist just to make sure there's no issues here because you punched
I
out.
don't have a bladder problem.
all evidence to the contrary. I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but if this becomes a thing,
Hey, if I have to go one more time in the show, okay, I'll listen
What?
to this. What?
I'll put the gloves
no,
on myself.
He's got to take a penance.
Hey, take me. I'm not driving home tonight.
What does that
No,
mean?
that doesn't mean I'm agreeing.
What does that
to it.
You can't
mean?
drive, so you'll
You'll take hot sauce.
Yeah.
Because that's going to impair your driving later.
I mean, he did hallucinate, where he seemingly had a very severe reaction to the hot ones thing.
I guess. Sure.
He drink more, whatever. I don't care.
Duh.
He drinks more. All right, we'll get to that.
You know, Morbius.
We'll get to that, but he's gonna do that on Instagram Live. Fair?
If he
After the
does
show?
it. Yeah. Oh, the Malort?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he left.
Because he's not driving.
Because I left.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not driving.
I don't understand. Like you couldn't cork it. Like I literally.
I tried.
Well, are you 3 years old?
What an infantile
You need a diaper?
way to address
Unbelievable.
this. Speaking of infantile, I guess Sony is marching forward with their kids.
Their cinematic
MCU.
universe, yeah.
This boiled down, just neurotic, like childlike presentation of this.
Did this
small
come out of
son.
nowhere? I didn't even know they were like filming this movie.
No, they were.
They didn't announce this movie though.
They did.
Did they?
Yeah.
So
You knew,
I'm plugged in.
but you didn't let us know.
No, because it's better fodder for the show to see you
I'm
guys
just joking.
flail
yeah,
about
It's fine.
and figure out how all these things are actually coming about. But we're purportedly fans of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a lot of questions about whether this actually is an MCU property, but
Well, I mean, now it is. It just, I mean, the trailer alone.
I'll get to that in a second. But if you don't know, the trailer for Morbius, the living vampire, hit the street this week. And if you're not initiated, and we are initiated, Morbius is one of he's a foe. He's a part of the Rogues Gallery in the Spider-Man universe.
Yes.
Was he a member of the Sinister Six?
No.
Okay, so perhaps they're trying to retcon it now and have
Yes.
him as part of that Sinister Six.
Probably.
Why though?
Because it's Jared Leto. It's like,
It's Abs Leto.
well, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, so he's a vampire who. Well, we'll backtrack. He's a doctor, I think, who has
Professor is some kind of
some type of physical affliction.
correct.
And he's
No, he doesn't have mental
no
powers.
wheelchairs. He's got the MS crutches, but he's trying to find a cure for his affliction.
Correct.
And he turns to bats, evidently. And because
And
everyone should turn to bats when they have a problem in their lives.
And they do. He experiments.
A professor with disabilities. And he's
A brilliant one at that.
Brilliant.
And he's a superhero
He's-
and a doctor.
No, he's
but-
not a superhero.
So
Well,
he's Doctor
well,
Strange.
He's
But he's
de-
not Doctor Strange.
no,
but
he's desperate.
He's Doctor Zayas.
So he
tied to bats, but
Correct.
not Batman.
no, he's not Batman.
I posed this
I'm
question.
so lost.
I posed this question before the show. Why does every superhero or supervillain have to be physically afflicted before they garner their powers and go on a killing spree or save the world? Like it starts off in that pattern with Iron Man, where he had the shrapnel in the chest. Doctor Strange, where his hands turned into claws, and Captain America, who was our height. Like they all had an affliction of some kind that they needed to rectify in some way, shape, or form, and somehow they go from being malnourished to being the superpower. So it's a trope. I get it. They all have like a different spin on it, but it's getting kind of tired.
Well, these characters were created like
It's like
many
an
moons
archetype.
ago. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's an archetype. So they want to stay true to what people know about these characters, so they go with it. But it also, I mean, I guess it shows the like how
The lack of
dramatic.
originality.
Yeah, and then the dramatic turn of the character. So
The 60s
people
and 70s
people can
sucked.
relate to it at first, and then after that they get these powers. You're like, oh wow, how did they? Now it's just so different, right? So they have these superpowers, and now they can overcome their I guess their
It's inspirational.
yeah. So that's
We should aspire to become a vampire.
exactly
Yes,
not
can't we?
really. God,
No?
yeah,
Yeah, it's very confusing.
it's weird.
Well, I'm mildly initiated. Ice, were you at all aware of well, it didn't sound like I do, but aware that it's happening.
I didn't even know it was happening. Yeah.
Are you aware of the film? Are you aware of the character?
I'm aware of the character. Growing up, I'm aware of
Had a card?
I had a card.
It's in plastic somewhere.
Comic books, so I've seen what this character looked like. I've seen what it's capable of. I just felt
Did he
like
have abs on your card?
Probably. I don't know.
Under his overcoat or cloak?
I don't know, man. Like, I can't remember who I was telling this to. I was talking about this trailer.
Not us.
Most likely not, but I just feel like there's something about Sony, or just like
it's off.
Superhero, like movies outside of the Marvel universe that just I don't know. It lacks some sort of like, or it tries to overcompensate on production that it misses out on story and content. Yeah. And I just feel like when I was watching this trailer, I don't know if I was supposed to be excited about it because I mean maybe parts of
isn't that what a trailer is supposed to accomplish?
Yeah, but this character is not exciting. Like, why go with Morbius? You can have him as like a tertiary character involved with Spider-Man, but to have his own movie, that's a big step.
It's very misguided.
Yeah, it's a big step.
But you know, and I know like Marvel take gambles like this where they come out with movies based on characters that may not be like mainstream.
Iron Man.
No.
The Guardian.
No, let's not do this debate, man. God, man. He's a tier 1 superhero, goddammit.
Okay.
Anyways, so when I saw this, I was excited. So when I saw this trailer, I was like, cool. They're doing another superhero movie.
He's tier 1.
I was screw you guys, god damn it. But I was like, cool. But then when I saw it, I was like, God, they're doing it feels very much like a Venom movie, but perhaps not on that level. It was they put a lot of, they got like a big star name, like they had
like Robert Downey Jr., right?
Yeah, motherfucker. They got Tom Hardy for Venom, and now they got Jared Leto for I already associate him with a terrible Joker. I don't want to see him again as another superhero.
Thank God I didn't see
it. You got that nailed down. Perfect.
I've been workshopping it alone. Quietly alone.
So it's like I already saw him as a terrible superhero.
Super villain.
Super villain.
My grills.
I don't. God, I get so frustrated with that Joker. But to see him again now over on the other side with Marvel, it's like I don't know if I'm ready to see Jared Leto again.
We have to preface this. There's Marvel, and there's Sony Marvel.
Yeah.
There's levels to this, and that's a completely different level. That maybe like if Marvel's 1A, they are like 1F. Like we've skipped letters to get to where they are.
In all defense, like Sony, like I didn't hate the original Spider-Mans that Sony did. Like I think there was certain ones like 3 that was really bad.
Awful.
Yeah.
Just awful.
I didn't hate it. Besides 3, I think AJ really likes 3, right? Was he the one that was defending that?
You
Venom?
defended 3.
You said that was better Venom than the new Venom. I think that's what you said.
I defended the characterization of Venom in that film. The rest of the movie was abhorrent. But
it's terrible.
Yeah. But
so
emo freaking Peter Parker.
Hot topics.
Peter
Parker.
Snapping, pointing fingers at people.
Double gun point. Yeah.
Terrible.
Love it.
So I didn't hate that one. And then Sony did. Spider-Verse was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
And they brought emo Spider-Man back for that too.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. No, that was so great. They did everything right with Spider-Verse. And then there was Venom.
But do you have enough trust in Sony to kind of weave the Spider-Man universe?
I have enough trust in the animation studios of Sony to do another Spider-Verse 2
Well, that's
sequel.
that's in another year.
Different question.
You're not answering my question.
It's
that's
not,
a non-answer. That means he's not answering my question.
What I do appreciate what Sony's doing right now is they're trying to mimic what Marvel's doing by creating that universe. Right?
Correct, but they're trying to tie it into. It's like this backdoor pipe into the MCU because they've got.
I love the backdoor.
They got Michael Keaton. Like, hey, you're no longer the good guy,
right? Hey, Dad, what's up? Oh, he said, "What's up, Dad?"
Yeah, or something like that, right? It's like
did he say that?
Something to that effect.
I
don't care what he said. He said something. He said something.
But
I missed this part of the trailer.
What I thought was interesting, so overall, I don't really care to get into the trailer too much. I wasn't a huge fan of the trailer. I think it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be almost exactly like Venom, where it's gonna do well, but it's not a great movie. It's okay. It's gonna be entertaining enough that you're gonna be like, oh yeah, why not? Like
Right.
like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You know.
What?
Come again?
Come on, man.
Did you put Venom in the same class
Come on, man.
as Ant-Man?
This is like
Ant-Man?
I don't know. I think
These are wildly hot takes.
Morbius
I have
and
to
Venom
say.
is going to be on the same level, but
Quality-wise.
yes. But what I do think is pretty neat is the fact that they're starting to blur these lines between the
Blurred
current
lines?
the current generation of the
Is he
MCU.
gonna play a JT song? I presume they're the same artist. I don't know.
It's not JT, goddammit!
Fair enough.
It's Robin Thicke.
So you're saying they're taking these different characterizations of the Spider-Man universe and just like mashing them together.
Yeah, because what's interesting.
They're playing into the multiverse thing.
Yes,
You think?
exactly. Because what's
About time.
interesting is because God, you didn't see the end of.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Are we allowed to spoil
Yeah,
this
spoil
one?
it. Sorry, I got it. I got it. Don't worry. It's been
Spoil for
spoiled.
what?
Far from home. That's fine.
So Far From Home.
I've started it. Yeah.
He doesn't have a
He
month to watch
started
it.
it.
So no.
So we're allowed to spoil.
Yeah,
something?
spoil it. It's fine. I already. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fine.
So spoiler
Jonah-
alert for everyone. So Jonah.
Jonah Jameson was
Yeah.
at the end of it.
J.
Yeah, yeah.
Jonah
So
Jameson.
that was the first time that they're starting to bring elements
Blur
of
the lines,
the
yeah.
original.
They're Robin Thicke.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Farrell's gonna kick that door down any minute.
But what's interesting is that opens the door to then bringing in a shortcut to saying that we introduce all these characters. We've already introduced Sandman, Doc Ock,
Sinister Six. Come on, you got this.
Search your feelings.
You know
Sandman,
this to
Doc
be true.
Ock.
From the first movie, you got it.
Electro, the Jamie Foxx horrible version of Electro.
Oh God. He is part of the Sinister Six.
Like so,
Went to a different universe there to get that one.
Yeah, you went. Yeah.
But
That's fair.
they've
was it
already
Garfield?
brought.
Garfield. Yeah.
They've already brought a lot
Martin
of
Stafford.
these villains into this that they can just like rather than doing a reboot, they can just say we've done it. Check.
I mean, for my
It would take a lot now. They probably need like 2 or 3 more movies to get there.
Yeah, otherwise they have to reintroduce all these characters, right? And it would be a nightmare because
I think they have an out in that there's the basic premise of a multiverse that was introduced in Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, obviously. So they have a mechanism to say, well, all of these things are accurate. All of these things exist in our actual Spider-Man universe because they occurred in this film and they occurred in this film and
then
all of it.
And then you just break open the multiverse.
Yeah, and then just say, well,
And probably in the
we found a device and now everything is
Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, everything is connected. So they have an out, and honestly, the reveal at the end of the not Spider-Man, the Morbius trailer, where spoiler alert, presumably Adrian Toomes, the Vulture, played by Michael Keaton, shows up. Because this multiverse exists in some capacity, they could say, well, yeah, it's the same Michael Keaton who played the Vulture in the MCU film. But you could say that guy is actually Adrian Toomes from another universe, and he's that guy,
Mind blown.
but not the
Gadoosh.
Vulture the way that you know him from that film. So they have so much room to play that they don't necessarily have to depend on the MCU characterizations of these
Agreed. I do agree with that.
characters that you know of. So,
Yeah, for sure.
So they have a lot of room to play. I still think they're going to screw this up, but
oh yeah, for sure.
They're missing one from the original Sinister Six, which I would be happy to see.
Ooh.
Craven the Hunter.
Ooh, yeah, they haven't done him yet.
I think he was rumored for something. I thought he might have been rumored for Far From Home, but I don't know.
Hmm?
Was he mentioned in that movie?
Honestly, it's
I mean, because they do have Mysterio.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so
Mysterio.
there
Yep.
you go.
I
You guys-
would have to go back to the last Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3. They were they were kicking around the Vulture and I think Kraven as well. Like they were all.
How many villains were they gonna pack into that goddamn movie?
Sam Raimi's a madman. Like he didn't.
Well, he needed the fourth movie. He wanted to do the fourth movie.
Yeah, so he was kicking around every villain you could possibly think of in this industry.
He should have done the fourth.
Yeah, sure.
But 3 was so bad they didn't do the fourth.
Awful.
But that's where it's like, should they just reintroduce those characters again because it was so bad. It was so bad.
I don't think they need to. Honestly, they can rewrite.
Can you imagine? Was it Tom Hardy and Topher Grace, both Venoms, going at each other? That'd be sick.
They should just do it.
They
If you,
should do it.
if you want the better
my
Venom to
God.
come back, then absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Let's get Topher back in the fray.
Ugh.
I don't think that those words have ever been uttered
You're
on
the
the
worst.
planet.
Yeah.
For me or him?
How are you still defending that version of Venom? That was horrible.
That was awful.
I need to
He's
clarify.
the characterization of that Venom.
I need to clarify. The animation of the character was better than what we saw in
No.
the Venom film.
You didn't.
That's
The
rough.
guy under,
You barely saw Venom.
but
That's
it
rough.
looked a million times better than the one that you saw wrapped around Tom Hardy's.
They both
bodies.
suck. They both were horrible.
This I
Tom
hit-
Hardy's version was a tad bit closer to the comic book, but it still wasn't there.
That movie blew. I hit a nerve with this one.
Yeah, he's batting 0 for 3 right now.
Hey!
You gotta go take a leak right now.
now.
We'll pause right here.
No, I emptied the tank. I'm fine.
I
I'm
guess.
fine.
How much time we got left?
20.
Oh, damn.
We gotta breeze through. All right. Well, okay. So I close the book on Morbius. I've heard conjecture and discussion about the film and where they think it's gonna go and how well it's gonna do. Which it comes out in July, so it's a summer blockbuster, legitimately. I just don't know if I think it has the juice to get people to get excited about this one character, this one very. He's very on the fringes. As far as
He's a fringe character.
like it's so far on the
There's a
fringes.
They're
he's
gonna need more cameos. I think that's what they're gonna need to do to pull people into the theaters. That's
Yeah.
the only way.
I don't get it. But whatever.
I think it's gonna flop, but that's just seeing how all the pieces are put together. It could very well be like a fun movie. It could be entertaining. It could be a good movie. I don't know. Depending on how they loop this in and how much Marvel had to do with the production of the film, but I just don't think like they have done enough to sell the audience at this point. Like that could change. They could have a second trailer that blows us out of the water. I just don't see the pieces necessary in place to actually get us to that point. Though.
They're gonna show a Spider-Man, and then that's gonna be enough. You show one clip of a Spider-Man or a Tom. Oh, dude, you get a Tom Holland or a.
Give me
Tobey-
Miles Morales.
Any Spider-Man to show up in that next trailer, boom, you're gonna be filling up the seats because everyone wants to see it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little cameo.
And he's
people
gonna
are
fill the cup.
I am gonna fill 2 cups.
I
One
regret,
guy, 2 cups.
I regret that metaphor. Are you? Do you have hope?
Low
Jack.
expectations, man. No.
Ignore him.
Yeah, low expectations.
Big tree of low expectations.
Yeah, no hope, but low expectations.
Will we go watch it together? I need to ask that. That's a better question.
Morbius? You want to go watch this movie?
No, I need something. You wouldn't watch Star Wars with us, so I mean, like, we got to try something eventually.
I said.
Me neither.
One of these days, we're gonna do something together outside of this studio. It will mean something.
I'm in for comic book movies. Star Wars, not so much. So, Marvel movie, I'm down. Comedy.
I think Mrs. AJ had a theory as to why he's not into the whole Star Wars universe.
Why, he doesn't like Ewoks?
If there was a Mandalorian movie, I'll be first person in line for that.
Of course you would. 'Cause you gotta bang the Mandalorian. I think
His
it,
helmet on.
well, how pissed was he when he saw the face?
I
of
was
that
so
element?
upset.
You already knew what he looked like.
But I was
He's
so
seen
upset.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? You made it this long. Keep your fucking helmet on, man.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, there was no
You
reason.
realize-
You made it through the entire first season without showing your face, and now you have to blow it.
You're literally the only person that says, "Oh my god, I can't believe they showed his face." Everyone else is like, "When are we going to see Pedro Pascal's beautiful face?"
Why? Why?
Everyone else.
Why?
What a loser.
Who cares?
I think
Keep your helmet on.
Mrs. AJ's theory was that I guess he aged that. Like we're all around the same age.
Yes, we're the same age.
No, but we got the
What does
hook.
that mean?
No, wait, we got the hooks in for Star Wars early, like before he had a chance to experience it.
Yeah, we liked Ewoks.
Yeah, we like Ewoks, so we got that was our hook, and he missed that hook.
Are you saying I aged prematurely?
No, what I'm saying is that you didn't get the same hook that we did. We were exposed to Jedi, like, on a regular basis, on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like, there it is. And
WTTG.
we
I
could not avoid it.
Yeah.
And he managed to avoid it, and by the time that he had a chance to go back and see it, he's like, well, this is for gays.
This is awful.
Or, I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't mean that in a pejorative. I mean, like, it's not for him. It's not of the same demographic. So he thought, okay, I can just punch out. And to this point, he's not been engaged, or he's not been as interested in the product as we have been. So,
maybe.
But I think they found the hook with the Mandalorian with you. So so slowly you're being pulled into this universe. So we'll see how this progresses. I mean, he'll probably be a Build-A-Bear building his own Baby Yoda. So
See,
one step closer.
The child.
Yes. I'm sorry, the child, not the Baby Yoda.
No.
The child.
supposedly the child has a name. Did you see that?
I heard about that.
They're claiming that the child has an actual name that Jon Favreau and someone else that they actually know, but they're not going to share with the public.
Damn it.
We'll find
Man,
out in season 2.
Is it like? I guess it's something Yoda. Like what?
Something Yoda? something Yoda?
Toddler Yoda. Is his
What
name.
the
By
heck?
the time we find out.
What could it be?
I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to.
We've calling him Yoda for years. Why is it not just Yoda?
I'm
It's
trying to
not
figure out
Yoda.
where he is in the canon of Star
Canon.
Wars. I'm just trying to figure out where
So much canon in this
It's like
episode.
hashtag canon.
Yeah.
Alright, that's
Nick
the end of the
Cage.
show. Alright, we need to get out of this canon. We need to get out of Star Wars canon into UFC canon. I think. I was gonna invite you guys to like come out on Saturday night to watch the rebirth of the Notorious One's career in the UFC. But that
So
was
hyped for this fight.
You're hyped for it, but you're definitely not watching with us, so
No.
that's totally fine.
You come over to watch it.
Oh, is that firm invite?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, got it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm tied to the house, so yeah.
As firm as it could be.
Okay.
What?
That sounds sexual.
Girthy.
You said it. You thought that. I just said it. I put it out there, man. You
It's
can, you can send it back. It's all good.
They'll send it back hard. So it's the UFC 246. I don't even know where it's. I presume it's taking place in Vegas.
Yeah, T-Mobile Arena.
All right. I've been there. It's not that great. But it's what is great is the return of Conor McGregor. I feel like the last time we actually talked about UFC on this podcast was the last time that Conor McGregor fought in the UFC
Against Khabib.
Khabib, and we were struggling mightily with the
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
such a bad fight.
It was not fun to watch, but evidently what we found in the build to this fight against Cowboy Cerrone is that he was drinking just non-stop up until the fight. Like Conor was not taking the fight seriously the way that he should have, because he's going against a Dagestani murderer.
Yep. Who
And
plays Dagestani basketball? You seen that?
no, what does that entail?
Yeah.
They
Please
trap.
explain.
All they do is like they run. When they play basketball, it's on a full court basketball. They're basically running down like they're playing football, and then they shoot.
So it looks like rugby.
It's the weirdest thing. There's footage of it. It's so weird. But
Really?
I digress.
He will
I saw
fight
it.
your chicken, and
Yeah.
he will travel.
Yeah,
nonstop.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that was the last time we actually talked UFC on
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, definitely. There hasn't been a hype fight. I mean,
There's been like
There-
fits and starts, like
Yeah.
certain like I guess we should have talked about the Usman Covington fight, but we didn't. 'Cause, I think we saw the.
he doesn't know who those people are.
Yeah, we should just continue on.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think one of those guys is actually angling to fight Conor at this point, but
No, Connor's angling to fight Usman.
Okay.
Isn't
Yeah.
everyone angling to fight Conor?
Because
they want the payday.
Gotta get
Yeah.
paid.
That's all it is.
Dude, he brings eyeballs, dude.
Yeah.
Like he knows what's up. Proper 12.
Are we sponsored by them?
No, not at all.
Alright. Should I go get a bottle of Proper 12?
I heard it's not good.
I hear it's not great,
I-
but look, I've drank Trump wine before, so I've had worse things.
Is it a tequila? Is it a
It's
what?
whiskey?
Oh.
He's Irish, man.
Oh, makes sense.
Irish tequila.
I don't know. I
That's
feel
right.
like every freaking celebrities doing the tequila these days?
The Rock is, right?
Yeah.
The
The Rock.
Aaron Paul.
Simone
Yeah.
Tequila.
Clooney does his own.
Dos Hermanos, right?
Casamigos.
There you go. See,
Um,
everyone's doing the tequila. I was like, it must be cheap to fabricate tequila or something.
I think they want to go like a different
It's
route,
gross.
right? Yeah.
It's
to have
disgusting.
Yeah.
But I have one that is really great.
He's
but
gonna sing the praises.
But outside of that one, gross.
Yeah.
I cannot drink.
By and large, gross. But be that as it may, I think we'll have a few shots of Proper 12 and
Proper 12.
Let's try it. Why not?
Just, you know what? Okay, I'll make the drive to DC. I'll find a liquor store that sells it, and we'll put it down.
It's only sold in DC.
They don't sell it here.
Really?
You can't find it.
No way.
No.
They sell every other fucking celebrities.
I don't know, dude. They just don't have it.
They sell that
You look-
aviation stuff.
You look at everything. I'm like, it's not there.
He doesn't have distribution, I think. So,
Especially in the Commonwealth.
much like most of the things that Connor endeavors in, he hasn't thought ahead. So, these things just kind of happen, and he's thinking on or going by the seat of his pants. But
Well, he's looking. I mean, so okay, getting to the fight, right? So he's gonna fight Donald Cowboy Cerrone, who is
one of my
he's one of the
favorite fighters.
He is a beast. But what people like about Cowboy is that he'll fight anyone anytime, but that gets him in trouble. So
Yeah.
the thing about it is he's kind of been on a skid as of late.
A lot of going out on his shield.
Yeah, so he'll just sit there and bang
doesn't
with
know
you.
what that means,
No,
but-
he has no effing idea.
Yeah.
But I think obviously it's going to be. I think it'll be a great fight. Whether Cerrone's going to sit there and bang with him, because the only path to victory that Connor has is just
Knock him out.
it's just knocking him out.
Yeah.
Now it's up to Cowboy to take him down, because he's got the tools. He's got the tools.
He's
He
not
can
a
grapple.
tool like the guy who played
Right.
the song.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
It's Cowboy.
I know, I understand, but that but whatever.
That's how my brain works. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is a welterweight fight. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
bet.
he's fighting at 170. So evidently Connor's coming in like huge and in good shape.
This is what you chose.
I don't know. I'm sorry. God,
Can't nobody tell him nothing. He's gonna play what he wants.
That's all good, man. Yeah. I guess it'll.
Everyone's hyping up the fact that Connor is in shape and focused for this fight.
Yeah. So his coach John Kavanaugh, is saying that he hasn't seen Connor as as focused as he has in a long time. Even
Since like cage fighters.
yeah, it's like so.
Well, he
Just-
can't lose again.
He
I
could.
mean,
He
he
can
could.
lose. Who cares? He can lose.
It's the UFC.
Anything can happen, man. Like
But he can't. He's not gonna keep coming out for these.
if they pay him enough.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to keep coming out and losing. That's gonna
No,
hurt
but
his.
he's enough of a freak show that they can
might
trot
not
him out
care.
there. Yeah, they can trot him out there at a different weight class, and there will still be the same amount.
Yeah,
of
he's not
injury.
fighting. They're not fighting at lightweight.
No, they're fighting at the welterweight.
Walter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be his normal weight, right? Would
Yeah.
be 155. Yeah.
Customarily, that is his.
I wish that was
his
my normal
weight
weight.
class.
Yeah, me too.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
But that's not his primary weight class where he's competed in throughout his UFC career.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good for Cowboy as well, because cutting that much weight is a beast, dude. So,
Problem.
So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, the only path to victory for Connor is that left hand from God. If Cowboy can take him down and take it to the ground, that'll
His
be the
jiu-jitsu-
equalizer.
His jiu-jitsu is better than Connor's for sure.
He doesn't have any. Connor's grappling is subpar.
Elementary.
Yeah, elementary. His anti-wrestling is not as good. Like it's not. That's not
Something
his
like that.
focus. Yeah, it's not his focus. So, we'll see how it goes, man. And Donald Cerrone, he's more like a Muay Thai fighter as well. He can work the legs and kicks, so it's good. Your
That's what
thoughts?
we have in
Are
store
they-
for.
Are
this weekend.
Are there any other like key matches in this?
Holly Holm is fighting Raquel Pennington.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Holly Holm?
The chick?
There's
Yes.
the chick
Yeah.
that Roth has a crush on. She's fighting Alexa Grasso. She's
Who?
fighting a chick who looks like my sister-in-law, and I only say that like
Oh,
she,
Claudia Gadeja.
she has a slight
Gadeja.
resemblance to my sister-in-law.
Oh yeah, Anthony Pettis is fighting Carlos Diego Ferreira.
So I'm gonna get a few gifts
This
sent
week?
my way this week.
Yeah. So Anthony Pettis, if you guys don't know, his rise to fame is jumping off the cage and kicking John's boy in the
Is that why you
face.
said that?
Hey, what's he done since then? All right, what's he done since jumping off the cage?
What?
When have your boy? I haven't seen your boy in a while.
Benson
He went to Bellator and he's
And-
never been heard from again.
has not been heard from.
He took that road down the Old Town Road and
He's just
gone.
like, maybe I'm just done.
Just gone. Like he fought some other welterweights there and just got wrecked. 2 out of 3 fights he lost.
he
He
does not
sold
look
me
good.
on him. I got on the whole bandwagon, and then all
He
of a
was
sudden
curious. He had lightning in a bottle.
I like
for
that
a
he
very
always,
short
like,
time.
threw his hair back.
He's like,
in
yo,
the middle
watch
of
his
the fight.
hair. Watch his hair. He's fixing his hair.
Watch
Watch
it. Oh God,
the worst.
I would just watch that. I don't want to watch him fight. I just want to see him like
That's
put his
the
hair behind
worst.
his ears.
But yeah, that's
shout out to Benson Henderson. Whatever the hell.
What
he's
was he?
doing.
Half what?
Half black, half Korean,
Oh shit.
and now he's 100% panhandling somewhere. I don't know.
He's living off his earnings now.
I'm sure.
Of course,
He's probably,
yeah.
he's probably doing okay for himself, but it's fine. Yeah, there are other good fights on the card. I think the Holly Holm fight is the co-main,
yes.
but I'll be interested to watch the Claudia Gadelha fight versus Alex Carasso, and then we'll probably get several texts from Roth as
He loves Grasso.
yes.
Oh, that's his boo.
That's his boo thing, so he's gonna finish, and we'll hear about it. So it'll be fun night.
I wonder what the odds are on that.
You want me to give you odds? I don't understand.
No, you can bet on the fights.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was
We'll
gonna
bet.
make
We'll bet against Roth's Grasso because she's
Oh, I'm
probably
so ready for that.
yeah, because she's probably the underdog.
Yeah, she's Mexican. The other chick's Brazilian. So
Okay,
it's gonna
there's
be-
she used to be a title contender in the strawweight division.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
operative word used to be.
used to be. Yeah.
Used to be.
Yeah. All right, that'll be fun.
You watch a lot of these women fighters?
I used to follow a lot, but not as much as anymore.
On the gram.
No, not on the ground. No. Just actually the actual fights. Like you would follow the fights.
Oh, I thought
Tactician.
I thought
Yeah.
this Conor McGregor fight was free on ESPN Plus.
No,
and I was like,
no.
I have ESPN Plus
No,
now.
this
And
they okey doked you.
I was like, oh, you just have to
He
order
got
it
got.
through
Yeah,
ESPN.
they
Plus.
honey dicked
Like,
you, man.
God.
They honey dicked you.
It's like, so what do I get with ESPN
Nothing.
Plus?
You get nothing. Somebody told me
Hey,
that too.
You get nothing.
I did-
You lose.
I did see that there's some sneaker series on ESPN Plus. You see that?
No, what?
There's actually, that's one thing that I haven't watched yet, but it seems
Never
interesting.
feels like breaking.
It's a series for sneakerheads that's on ESPN
Oh, that's
Plus.
what's up.
And the first episode was like
That's a show for losers.
Common talking about sneakers, like how
How he got into sneakers? Like,
something
great.
Like that. And then, like, I think there's like a Zion episode.
Oh, great.
There's
Yeah.
nothing more exciting than hearing Common talk about shoes.
you
for
know-
an hour.
You know what I like the if you haven't seen it, Disney Plus.
I did.
Jeff Goldblum has the sneaker
I
one.
like that one.
That
a
was
lot.
pretty good. Yeah, he's like, ooh, so I can make my own shoe.
I like he did his own unboxing video.
Yeah, that was
That's
dope.
awesome.
Yeah.
Was it on Nat Geo?
No, it was on.
It was cool that he like hooked up with like that dude Jacques.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like a well-known sneakerhead,
Mhm.
and the fact that he's tapping into the YouTube community.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was cool.
YouTube.
We need to get into the YouTube community. We need to be part.
Hello everyone on YouTube.
Hello.
We're gonna put tags on this episode, I think. All right, we need a tag out of this UFC discussion. We were gonna talk about the Astro stuff. I really don't care.
Yeah.
We need to get to the real beef of the week. It's not between Cowboy Cerrone and Conor McGregor. It's between Ice and Honda. I didn't understand the premise of this whole thing. I didn't know where, like, we have this idea that Honda can do no wrong because we're Asian, but evidently they have wronged our friend and co-host Ice to the degree that he's ready to lay down arms and just go to war.
Man,
Please enlighten us. This has been
mean,
vexing.
I mean, it's not even just Honda, man. I've been having a hell of a month with just vehicles altogether. That I'm almost done driving for the rest of my life.
You got dropped off here tonight.
Yes, I mean that's partially part of it. It was just like I just can't. I don't want to deal with the idea of just being
Wheels?
I don't want to deal with cops. I don't want to deal with like anything having to go to court. I'm just so done, man. I'm so freaking done. So
Okay, so
I,
where
I
did
have
this start?
I have multi layers of stories within this story.
Remember, the start of the show, levels.
levels. I want to tie it all back to levels. So Honda. So that's mostly out of recency. So back in the end of 2018. So I got a lease. I got a lease on my previous Honda Pilot, right?
Long standing.
So when I was in Cali, I got a Honda Pilot. Everyone told me
Wait,
when
you
I was
lived in Cali?
yeah. So when I was there, everyone was like, we don't. Most people don't buy out here. Everyone leases. So then we got kind of suckered into it. It makes your car payments a little bit less. So I'm like, why not? You know. So we got a Honda Pilot out there, and we had kids, so it made a lot of sense. We moved back. We had to transfer the title and the registration, all that stuff, to Virginia. Once we got that, we were fine. Everything was mostly smooth. I think there was a couple of little hiccups along the way, but we got
bumps. Yeah.
Yeah. We got transition here. Eventually, we got to the end of our release. We had to figure out what to do, which kind of led to a lot of the Tesla discussions and stuff, right?
Yep.
So we ended up, rather than getting a Tesla, we got another Honda Pilot because we really liked the car. We felt like it was the right amount of space, the right vehicle for us. So we ended up, this time we bought it.
Okay.
So we were so convinced that this was our car. So we bought a 2019 Honda Pilot. So in the process, we traded in our lease. These motherfuckers at Honda didn't properly turn in our lease. So after we turned in our lease at the end of 2018, they still think we own this shit. And we pay monthly, so all of our payments on the vehicle is all up to date. Fairfax County, as you both know, we have property taxes. So I've been assessed property tax on 2019 for owning a car that I didn't own. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I turned this car in, so I was like...
Did you report it to the DMV?
I don't need to. I purchased the vehicle.
Ooh.
And... No, hold on. Before
Hold
on. Before you guys comment, when I purchased the vehicle, I put the onus on the dealership to tell me what I need to do as my next steps. Am I wrong there? So if I'm trading in my lease to the same company, to the same manufacturer that I purchased the car from, so it's not even like I'm turning in my old Pilot to a new Toyota.
No, I get it.
So if I'm turning in my car, purchasing a Pilot because I love this car, but I just don't want to buy the car that I'm currently owning because the 2019 is way better.
So you're okay. So
Yeah.
you're trading up. You're turning in the lease.
Yes.
But you did. Okay, keep going because I have questions.
So I purchased I turned in my 2016 Honda Pilot on a lease. I purchased a 2019 Honda Pilot, which is basically the same car but with more features. And well, I'm not even gonna get to the end because we don't have time. So I turned that in. We signed all the paperwork. Fast forward. We signed all the paperwork. Everything was good. We agreed on the price. You got all the financing done. Boom, done. I said at that point, when I turned in my vehicle, I gave them the keys to my car. I gave them the registration of my car. I gave them I gave them my car.
Yeah.
At that point, they're supposed to tell me what do I need to do if there's anything else for me to do. They said you're all straight. You're good to go. So I drove out of that lot with my new car and thinking that everything's done. The one thing that they told me I needed to do was bring back my old floor mats that I had somewhere in storage. That they said we can't accept this vehicle without the floor mats.
That's horseshit.
I know.
That's a lie.
Yeah. So I was like, fine, I'll go find it and I'll bring it back to you. And that's the only thing that they asked me to bring back. And I found it and I brought it back. Checked all the boxes. They said we're good to go. Done. A year later, this past I didn't even see it, but just like a week ago, I've been getting contacted a lot by Honda. So I'm like, what's going on? So I finally spoke to them like, hey, you guys have left me tons of messages. Like, what's going on? They're like, oh, there's a past due balance in your account. Look, there's no way. I got auto pay set up on this stuff. They're like, no, like we it was like about like $1,500. I was like, $1,500? Like, what's going on? So they're like, I don't know. Let me look into it. They open up the documents on their end and they're like, oh, it's your property tax. You didn't pay your property tax. I'm like, Yeah, I
To
did.
Honda?
I did.
Yeah, why would you pay it to Honda?
So the only time you pay property taxes to the manufacturer is when you lease a vehicle because they're the owner. You're not the owner. When you lease, they're the owner.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense, but I own my vehicle, so I paid my property taxes this past year. I got the bill and I paid.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I did. They're like, oh, this is for a 2016 Honda Pilot. I'm like, I don't even have that car. Like I traded that back in. I gave it back to you guys, like at the end of 2018, and I paid for my 2018 property tax. I have the receipt for that. They're like, well, it shows here that you didn't, and you've accrued property taxes for 2019, and we paid for it, so now we're collecting, and that's why there's like $1,500 past due. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Like.
No.
Like, look in your system. Like, I know you see it. When did I trade my car in? And they're like, you're right. I do see that you traded your car back in on December, whatever, 2018. But they're like, but we already paid for it, so we're going to need you to pay us back.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the crap I've been dealing with this week. And we're still dealing with it. And it's ridiculous. And
why would they pay for taxes when you didn't have the car?
Cause the thing is,
the dealer,
somewhere along the line, someone didn't properly return the registration to the DMV. So the DMV still thinks that Honda still owns the vehicle, which then they flip it back to me because I was the one that leased it. So I'm the one that gets hurt. I'm the one that takes the impact on the.
Well, did someone messed up?
Yes, someone on the Honda side messed up. So
they're not copping to it.
No, I called Honda. So when I have them on the phone, I'm like, so no, like I'm not gonna pay this because you have it in your system. You see that I dropped off the car and you guys said it's good to go. So why should I be responsible for this? So they're like, well, something along the way, someone like the tags can get returned. So
it's like we don't have the tags. The tags are on the car.
And I'm like, I don't have the tags. I don't have the title number. I don't have anything. You guys have that. You guys have the vehicle. Like if it was sitting in my driveway, yes, it's my fault, my bad. I'll take it to the DMV. I'll pay the bill. But you guys have everything. What do you?
Did the DMV ever reach out to you, sending you a letter, or maybe
they don't need to because they see who's registered to it, so they're going to charge whoever, which is Honda. Honda is going to pay for it immediately, but they're then going to say, "Oh, but we don't."
Having a lease is different. Yeah,
it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So that's problem one. So I'm dealing with that. I'm trying to square that away.
Problem two.
Problem two is my other vehicle, the BMW. So the BMW, I finally got to a point where I'm ready to sell this baby, right? Whoa, so it's my pride and joy.
It's over.
It's over. The love affair is over. The problem is I have kids. I don't get to enjoy that car.
He loves his kids.
So initially, after I had kids, I put car seats in the DM, right? And
you put car seats in
there?
I
did. And it's horrible.
Are there neck braces for them too?
It screwed up the leather seats so bad.
Yeah,
I can see all the creases and it breaks that leather.
All the damn creases.
Oh man, it broke my heart so much that that's why I ended up getting the Kia. I was like, no, I'm not putting car seats in my M. So I took the car seats out.
I actually thought you traded your Beamer in for the Kia.
No, a lot of people did, but I didn't.
I presumed it.
So I finally came to the decision that it was time to say farewell to the M.
Man, it sucks being nice.
Yeah. So turns out that when I uncovered the car wouldn't start. So I had a dead battery. So I had to go deal with all the battery issues to get the car started.
So awesome.
Along the way, I realized that the registration expired. So
that's your fault, man.
That is my fault.
Yeah.
So then
I should blame Honda for that.
So then I went to DMV to try to renew the registration. Couldn't do that.
You can't do that. No.
Because
it's expired.
I could.
It's like milk. You can't unexpire.
If it was
milk.
just expired registration, you could pay the late fees.
Yeah, but the emissions.
It was due for I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
So
Yes!
I went to go get the car to get an emission test, and
Did it fail?
the sensors weren't ready on the car.
It failed!
Because the battery was so low that it couldn't kick on all the sensors in the vehicle.
Dude, you deserve every
my
bit
God.
of this.
And so I'm like, what do I do? They're like, the best thing you can do is drive your car a lot more to
You're not doing that.
to kick the sensors back in. But like, I can't drive the car when I have an expired registration. I can't renew my registration without the emissions. And here I am.
Here I am.
And I'm just trying to sell my car, and I can't even sell my car without a valid
car that
registration.
doesn't run anymore.
Driving me crazy, literally, man.
Like a drifter, I need an Uber to take me home.
So I'm dealing with that. I mentioned I had a Kia. The Kia I got pulled over for
Oh my god.
Are you
this month.
serious?
because I had an expired safety inspection.
No wonder you didn't want to drive tonight.
Are you serious?
I didn't realize that I was due for an inspection like back in November. So I got pulled over.
It's not like cars need inspections every year.
No, so I have to deal with the inspection on the Kia, and I have a court date now. But they did say that if I get it all taken care of,
you just pay for court fees, man. You're
I
fine.
can go to court and
Say-
show up.
say,
and
Your
argue my
Honor,
case. Yeah.
I throw myself at the mercy of the court. I
You
have
can
gotten
get that done in a weekend.
Yeah, I know, dude. You're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Everything else,
And then I got
There's more?
I got a speeding ticket, so I
Oh
got
my God.
I got a court date next week.
in the Kia.
No, in another car. I can't remember which car, but
Are you
Do
serious?
you have a fleet?
What
Like
is
how
wrong with
many
you?
cars?
I have a court date next week.
In
That-
Fairfax County?
Yeah,
They-
right here. I
They're gonna
believe.
throw the book
Yeah.
at you.
Hey, you want to have lunch next
So-
week when you have you're coming for your
I'll be,
court?
I'll be right here.
You
Yeah.
can't take your phone in. That's what I remember.
Oh man,
Oh, so I have that, and
that is terrible.
what else
How
I-
fast were you going?
Not that much, man. I remember that day.
6 over.
I was speeding. I never speed. By the way, I'm not a speeder anymore because I'm much older.
He's
I have
not Luke
kids.
on
I'm
Tatooine.
a little bit more responsible, but I was speeding that day because freaking my kids in the back was causing a ruckus. I looked down for a second and be like, "What the fuck is going on
Not
back
his fault.
there?" As I turned around,
Why
my
did you-
foot got heavy, and I was driving like this. And of course, there was a cop right there at the same moment and got me speeding. And I can't even deny that the fact that I was speeding, but
You say, I'm sorry, officer.
he was just like, are you aware that you're speeding? I was like, probably. I don't know. Like, I can't say that I wasn't. 'Cause
You
I
should have
don't-
just said, yeah, I probably was speeding, sir. All right, sir, yes, I was speeding.
I
look back,
I got
yeah.
twins.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
So,
It happens.
so yeah, I got court date next month, and I got that court. So I got to go to court in like 2 weeks after that.
2 weeks.
to deal with the whole Kia thing, and so yeah, between all my cars and the court dates, I'm done, man. I'm ready to just walk everywhere. I have to fix my carbon footprint anyways. I have too many vehicles. I'm doing horrible for the environment.
I think you're.
Hashtag Greta. Have you
what?
seen,
Just
have
end
you
the
seen
show.
any of her videos?
No, just
It's
end-
really complete.
No, just
End
go
the
ahead
show.
and hit the music.
End the show. End the show.
I feel
Do you-
horrible.
End the
for
show.
Do
you.
you guys not
No.
support Greta?
Just I support the world, okay?
Yes,
Just
she
end
supports
the
the
show.
world.
End the show.
She should be nominated for an Oscar. That's all I know from this
She
past
should
week.
be.
She's Times Person of the Year. She doesn't need our endorsement. She's fine.
Oh man.
Sweet Christ.
She sold me on the environment.
I guess. Okay.
End the show.
I feel bad for him, but
Sorry,
after
not
Not
okay,
after
up
that.
until the last 2 minutes, I felt bad for him. After that
It's not
closing,
my fault, I swear.
I have no sympathy whatsoever for him.
It's
Hashtag-
not
Everything
my
that
fault.
everything he described,
It is all your fault.
completely
No.
self-inflicted. Right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, maybe the Honda
The
thing.
Honda thing,
not.
no. But everything else, yes.
Everything else,
Yes.
self-inflicted.
Correct.
That may have been the only thing that was my fault.
The
Yeah.
only thing, there's 2 other things in there.
And I think the
Oh,
scales of
not that Honda. Sorry, the Kia. The Kia was my fault.
Yeah, Kia,
Yeah.
the Beamer.
You're right. No,
Yeah.
no. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Negligence.
the scales of justice have said that he's in the wrong, and
Yeah.
the universe has spoken.
Correct.
I have spoken. All right.
End the show.
End it.
Sorry, Aquafina.
Oh my god.
Better luck. No.
Were you gonna say better luck tomorrow?
No.
Were you gonna say better luck tomorrow?
I was that close, but that was really wrong.
You know, don't just end this episode. Cancel the podcast.
Just
I'm sorry.
Cancel the show.
I was this close. I was like, no.
New show posted next
don't
week.
do
Gonna
that.
call it Quick Slant. Not
Quick
Bad
Slant.
Slant. The Quick Slant.
Oh.
Tune in for that. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Good God.
Ciao, ciao. Hey, I caught myself.